Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Today, I'm very excited to announce that we're beginning our journey through The Hunger Games. Now, this is not one that Jen and I chose directly. This movie series was voted on by our patrons. All tiers can vote. So in the future, especially when we're done with this one, if you'd like your voice heard on what we're gonna watch next, make sure you check out Patreon. It's also a great way to help support the channel. You can get early access to select videos over there, ad-free. You can watch the full-length reaction of The Hunger Games with us there too. You'll just need your own copy to sync up with us. There's exclusive content over there as well right now, like all of Invincible, and we're gonna be doing some more exclusive content in the near future. I was actually surprised The Hunger Games won because I believe it came in second or third when we did the last poll, with the Hobbit series being second in that poll. We did the first one first, obviously, on the channel. But The Hunger Games won by a pretty wide margin. I'm really excited to watch this one. It has been a minute. I remember the first Hunger Games probably the most. After that, 2, 3, and 4 kind of blend in or mesh together in my mind. But I remember when this one came out and it was a pretty big deal. It was right around the time that these teenage novels were really, really popular. I couldn't get away from it. It was like Twilight, Divergent, Hunger Games, Harry Potter, of course, being like one of the champion of them all, if I could be so bold. So it's definitely in that arena. I'm really excited to check this one out. I wouldn't mind a rewatch myself. But Jen, what do you know about The Hunger Games and how are you feeling going into it?
I really don't know anything about The Hunger Games. I remember seeing the poster for it. I've not heard a lot of reception about the movie. So I don't know if it's regarded as great movies or crap movies. I am just a little bit happy that it beat out The Hobbit.
What?
You know,
No,
if The Hobbit wins, I will absolutely watch it. But I also know that those are really, really long movies. I'm just excited to check out something that I really don't have any idea what it's about. I don't even know who's in it except for
J-Law.
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, I forget her name every time, but I recognize her every time.
I actually really want to watch The Hobbit. I feel like it keeps getting pushed off and off and off. I know that the general consensus is that it's not as good as the, Lord of the Rings original trilogy, but man, that bar is high. But it's not bad. I actually have it over here. It's completely wrapped up because I got this at Best Buy. I don't even think they sell Blu-rays anymore. That was like news recently. But I've got it at Best Buy around the time that I got the Lord of the Rings extended trilogy on Blu-ray, with the intention of us watching it, and I have kept it wrapped up ever since. I got it on Blu-ray specifically because I wanted to watch them on Blu-ray. The bitrate's higher, the quality's higher than streaming. Most people don't really notice those types of things, but it's one of the reasons that physical media is making somewhat of a comeback. You can't get the same level of quality, even if it says 4K streaming on Netflix or wherever, that you can get out of a Blu-ray disc. So I really want to watch these on Blu-ray, so hopefully we'll get to that point. But don't worry, we're gonna get really into this one. If you want to vote for The Hobbit, make sure you join Patreon. But before we get into it, we can't forget the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day comes from when we did Dune Part 2 for the first time. This one says, y'all should totally watch Hunger Games next. I saw it was a third place in the last poll. Thanks for joining Patreon. I love those books and movies so much. The complex characters is my favorite part. Haymitch is my favorite character for sure. Thank you so much for that comment of the day. If you want your comment featured in a comment of the day, leave us a comment down below. We'll check those out. And here's a quick special message before we get into the reaction.
Before we get into the reaction, we can't forget to thank Factor for sponsoring today's video. Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by providing fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep.
We've worked with Factor many times over the years, and we really do truly love them. They arrive right at your door, they are ready to go, ready to eat, so there's no prep and there's no cleanup. Factor is cheaper than takeout and more delicious, and you can make them just as fast or faster. All of Factor's meals are ready in just 2 minutes if you microwave them, or Jen and I, we prefer to put ours in the oven for about 7 minutes.
You can choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including breakfast, snacks, and beverages to help you feel good all day long. Factor is also flexible for when things get hectic in your life. Change your order up with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime.
Along with the meals, they sent us some protein shakes to try out too.
Oh, hi there. Sorry, I wasn't expecting you. I'm Adrian. I'm actually Holden's sister, the cooler one, obviously. He was sleeping on the fact that he's sponsored By Factor. Homegirl eats Factor all the way up in Boston. I fly down for a funeral, unrelated. Figured I'd swipe one of these bad boys. And guess what? They're delicious. Now that's the Factor promise.
They also sent us a gourmet meal for when you want to try something special. They sent us a roasted garlic filet mignon and shrimp.
Our worry was the meat was gonna be dry or tough, but it came out perfectly. On the side, you get premium produce like broccoli or broccolini to perfectly complete your protein. They also have surf and turf meals coming soon. We've utilized Factor on our busier nights when we just don't feel up to cooking and cleaning afterwards, but also don't want to compromise on a nutritious and filling meal.
Head to factor75.com or click the link in the description below or the pinned comment and use code Holden50 and you'll get 50% off your first box and you'll get 20% off your next month of orders too. That's code Holden50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month of orders.
And don't forget, supporting the sponsor helps support the channel, so make sure you go and check them out. Yeah, is it based on a book?
Yes, it is. It's based on a few books. Let me know about Divergent. I've actually never seen those, but I remember when those were somewhat popular. They never seemed as popular as Hunger Games.
Okay.
But it's been the way we've been able to heal.
Oh, he's in the core.
Yeah, Stanley Tucci. We were watching The Core the other day.
That hair
I
is
think it has
wild.
grown from that.
You're drowning. It was me. It's your first year, Prim. Your name's only been in there once. They're not gonna pick you. Deep in the meadow, under the willow.
Oh no, no, no.
Do it.
Don't shoot the deer.
What are you gonna do with that when you kill it? What are you gonna do with a 100-pound deer, Catnip?
Oh, that's, what's his name? Hemsworth, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he married to Miley Cyrus for like a minute?
I think they were together for a long time.
Wait, there's aliens in this?
I wish. Miss Brent, it's not the position I hired you for. Betty and Spider-Man. Elizabeth,
What if they did? Just 1 year. What if everyone
Elizabeth
stopped watching? They won't. What if they did? What if we did?
Banks.
If no one watches, then they don't have a game. It's as simple as that. Take off, live in the woods. It's what we do anyway.
They'd catch us.
Is this real?
Yeah, better be. Cost me a squirrel. Happy Hunger Games.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
How many times did your name in today?
42.
What does she mean by that? How many times is it in?
So, like, once you're-
why would it be more than once?
Yeah, like once for every year. I'm not sure why. Maybe there's some sort of trade-off. If you get certain things, you have to put your name in there more than once.
What's this?
That's a Mockingjay. You keep it. It's yours.
It's a Mockingjay pin to protect you. And as long as you have it, nothing bad will happen to you.
A few minutes later.
Primrose Everdeen. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Why is she dressed like that?
They're all dressed kind of weird.
We have a very special film brought to you all the way from the capital.
13 districts rebelled against the country that fed them, loved them. The lone victor, bathed in riches, would serve as a reminder of our generosity.
Ladies first. Primrose Everdeen.
Oh crap, that's her?
Yeah, it's the sister.
What about like age class? I mean,
12
are
to-
they
12.
gonna pick, like, is she gonna compete with somebody her age?
No, that's a pool of 12 to 18-year-olds.
Prim! Prim! I volunteer! I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute! No! 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 Come on, dear.
Gosh.
Let's have a big hand for our very first volunteer, Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah, Katniss.
Peter Malark.
It's that kid from Zathura and Bridge to Terabithia.
Wait, they're not fighting each other.
Oh, they would, yeah. It's only one victor.
There can be only one.
She's gonna fight him. Whoever wins that then is gonna.
No. They're all like in one big free-for-all.
Just trying to win. Maybe you can. Maybe I can. I am smart, you know. You can hunt. protect you.
Didn't seem to do that good of a job for Prim there. Maybe I should leave that behind.
But in the end, there's going to be one winner, right?
Who's to say?
If they don't have a bow, then you make one, okay? You know how to hunt.
Animals.
Humans are animals.
Take care of them, get whatever you do, don't let them starve.
Let's go.
Her whole
Now, this whole movie has like
aura is bothersome.
They've all got a lot of that. You saw Stanley Tucci. That's how they start the movie out. Stanley Tucci with purple hair or blue hair or whatever.
It reminds me of like the Cookie, did you watch
Cookie
it?
Monster?
Yeah.
There are no cookies in District 12 though. Well, there are deer out in those woods, you know. Can they forage a little bit? This is also...
They're gonna spoil them before they kill them.
Yeah, before they slaughter them. I think this came out around the time when like it was the 99% versus the 1% was like all anyone talked about. Like the top 1% of 1%, Bernie Sanders. Top 1% of 1% have more than half of the wealth. I think there's like a lot of sentiment of that in this. Like these people who are like egregiously wealthy and these people who are like starving, and they're using like the starving people as a game, as a show.
You know, if you don't want to talk, I understand, but I just don't think there's anything wrong with getting a little bit of help.
They got pigs.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Is that Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Our mentor, you're supposed to tell us how to get sponsors and give us advice.
Embrace the probability of your imminent death, that there's nothing I can do to save you.
This moment is a
Oh
moment
my
that you will
gosh.
never forget.
A lot of people compare this to like the Met Gala stuff, like where you see all the, you know, A-list celebrities wearing the super weird looking dresses and stuff in comparison to like the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Can you pass the marmalade?
That is mahogany.
You really want to know how to stay alive? You get people to like you.
It's like Survivor.
And those things only come from sponsors. And to get sponsors, you have to make people like you.
We're just saying we might need to hose you down again before we take you to Cinna.
I need to hose you down again.
I'm sorry that this happened to you. And I'm here to help you in any way that I can.
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny. Oh, got a little girl in there.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid.
The importance of this moment cannot be
It kind of reminds you, there's sort of a similarity to Squid Game.
This is kind of a sick movie.
There's District 4. Yes, the fishing. I get it. I like it.
They did similar things with the gladiators, actually. They like really pampered them.
Ew, no.
Come on, I love it.
That was amazing.
Ragnar's son.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bjorn Ironside.
He's just a good
There's
dude.
Bjorn. Whenever I've seen him like in interviews, he always seems like a really nice guy, like really down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
Your rooms are right over here. Why don't you
Nice.
Yeah, heck yeah. You know what, girl? Just live it up while you got it.
Right?
That's a iPhone 87. I got any HBO. That one girl was from The Orphan.
Most of you will die from
There's Jack
natural
Quaid
causes.
from The Boys.
10%
Her,
from
yeah.
infection.
There's Jack Quaid.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I put my knife right there. I didn't touch your knife. Yes, you took my knife. Then take it off me. Just sit it. I'll finish you right now.
Yeah, that's smart. Get them to turn on each other, make it personal.
They train in a special academy till they're 18. Then they volunteer. By that point, they're pretty lethal. They can be arrogant, and arrogance can be a big problem.
Pete is strong.
What?
He can throw a 100-pound sack of flour right over his head. I've seen it.
I have no chance of winning. None. All right?
I'm done too.
Yeah, that's The Orphan. Jeez. Jack.
Hi.
I used to decorate the cakes down at the bakery.
Oh.
I'll show you. See?
This is important because higher ratings will mean sponsors. There'll be a bow. Make sure you use it. Peter, you make sure to show your strength. Make sure they remember you.
Katniss Everdeen? District 12.
Probably should have some sort of glass or something there. Pretty big oversight.
Thank you for your consideration.
Nice shooting, sweetheart.
As you know, the tributes are rated on a scale of 1 to 12 after 3 days. Cato, score of 10. Hello. Katniss Everdeen with a score of 11.
I mean, if we just wanted to intimidate the districts, why not round up 24 of them at random and execute them all at once? Hope. It is the only thing stronger than fear.
Now tell me about the flames. Are they real?
Yes. In fact, I'm wearing them today.
That was something. That was something.
So, yeah, right? It's just never really... It's like, okay.
We were all very moved, I think, when you volunteered for her at the reaping. And what did you say to her?
I told her that I would try to win. That I would try to win for her.
Katniss Everdeen, the girl on fire!
Nice job, sweetheart.
Is there a special girl back home?
There is this one girl that I've had a crush on forever.
And when you get home, she'll have to go out with you.
I don't think winning's gonna help me at all. Because she came here with me.
I hate to be like, you know what? This really isn't the time for this whole thing.
What the hell was that?
Hey, that's how me and Jen got together.
Stop it.
He made me look weak.
He made you look desirable. Well,
We are not star-crossed lovers.
it's a television show.
I just don't want them to change me. I just don't want to be another piece in their game, you know? Guess I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
They'll put all kinds of stuff right in front. Don't go for it.
Why not?
It's a bloodbath. They're trying to pull you in. That's not your game. You can do this.
Your tracker.
Oh, honey. What are they gonna do? Shoot her out of there? Reminds me of those things when you go to the bank.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you put the little thing in
Yeah.
the suction tube.
Which then reminds me of Willy Wonka. The ghost is blue.
Oh, yeah, when he gets stuck in the pipe.
I thought they were gonna be in like a Metrodome. Wasn't
Well, you'll see.
37, 36, 35, 34.
nice. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. That little kid.
It'll be all right.
She can take her out. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh. Bjorn!
Bjorn! I Am Number 4. Is that the movie I'm thinking of where he had like superpowers or something?
So what's stopping them from just running off and like avoiding this?
Good cue. Good quest.
And of course, marks the end of another fallen tribute.
Just not sure we have time for this, Katniss. Gosh.
Well,
yeah,
This is freaking Survivor.
But like if you could kill the
Yeah.
contestants.
You sure she went this way? Yeah, I'm sure.
Wait, but the question is he really turning on her or is he just diverting them away?
Good question. Yeah, she didn't have that bow and arrow. She could have popped them all.
Also, that team does know that there can only be one, so they're gonna have to turn on each other.
Eventually, yeah.
So that means there's an alliance within an alliance.
Yeah, eventually they'll have to start killing each other.
Oh my gosh!
Like, shoot, I didn't know we could burn the forest down. Smokey the Bear crying in the corner.
They're really keeping true to like reality TV though, like as far as like intervening
Yeah.
when they need it to be a little more convenient storyline.
Yeah. Fireballs? That doesn't seem fair. What if she had died from one of those?
Doing 3.
She's got a flesh-eating bacteria. Jack.
Someone's back. Where you going, girl? Fire.
Got her.
Oh, Miss Everett,
That's not gonna help you up there, Katniss.
Go!
Kill her!
Oh!
Come on.
It's like, y'all suck.
Let's just wait her out. She's gotta come down at some point. That or starve to death.
Why would they even, like, bring him into their little club just to try and find her? Well, they found her.
Right, so why aren't they just killing him now?
Yeah.
They could have still killed her with the bow.
Yeah, just take a few more shots. They could have probably retrieved so many of their arrows.
I feel like they gave up real easy.
A lot of opportunity to kill people there.
Yeah.
She honestly might be able to sneak down and just
on 'em.
kill them all.
Claudius, I think those are tracker jackers. Am I wrong? Are genetically engineered wasps whose venom causes searing pain, powerful hallucinations, in extreme cases, death.
Boy.
Well, I mean, she's still got to get up there and knock it off. I mean, well, she got a little knife.
Oh boy. Oh gosh. That's a pretty thick branch though, like.
Ah!
Oh, she's gonna be the one.
Oh.
Oh.
Like how all the wasps went away too. It's nice of them. Well, if she's getting this from like, 3 or 4 bites, the others must be pretty hurt.
Yeah.
Imagine hallucinating blue-haired Stanley Tucci.
That little girl's doing pretty well for herself.
Yeah.
She's just staying out of this.
I said she could just like climb and hide.
That's a perfect time where she just needs to.
Yeah. You give her one last meal. I hear you, Katniss. Then you just. You do it quickly. Mercifully.
How long was I asleep?
Couple of days.
Really, you probably should have taken her out.
100%.
Is all of that true?
What?
You and him.
So where are Kato and the others?
They got all their supplies down by the lake, piled up in this great big pyramid.
Surprised that neither of the other people died. Or like if she was out for a couple days from just a couple bites, surely like the others would have been affected as well. Just surprised that that wasn't more of a problem for them.
I'll destroy their stuff while they're chasing us.
Keep thinking though, like, how is she gonna get out of this situation without putting the little girl out?
Hey, I'll see you for supper.
Let's go. You stay guarding over until we get back.
Yeah, now she needs to take that guy out.
She should be able to pop him with that bow and arrow.
Right.
Mine's up.
Oh, I forgot about that girl.
Maybe we shouldn't have put the 12-year-old here on guard. All right, let's go kill that 12-year-old and get back in the woods.
What she should have done is do that when he was there. And he would have been down, she could have killed him, but she doesn't seem like she's in a killing mood.
She's had some up. Yeah, like we're fault as if we would have any idea what it's like to be even in this situation. Oh, Jack.
Oh no, no, no. Well, Katniss, I mean.
At least she's not gonna have to deal with putting her down later,
Right.
I guess.
That's probably the best outcome, honestly.
Gosh.
At least, she didn't have to do it.
Did you blow up the food?
Yeah. Mission accomplished.
Sing.
Aww.
Deep in the meadow, a bed of grass.
Well, it's nice that they added that real life, like zipping up her jacket, you know, even though she's dead. I feel like that's something that a normal person would do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that the dad? Oh.
This seems like a pretty obvious thing that might happen with these games. Like they're
Mhm.
killing your children.
You have a lot of anger out there. I know you know how to handle a mob. You've done it before. Give them something to root for.
The regulations requiring a single victor have been suspended. 2 victors may be crowned if both originate from the same district.
Wow.
PETA and her could win together.
Yeah.
Imagine being like from one of the districts where your teammate's already killed. You're like, oh, okay.
What?
That's so dumb. This is a perfect example of something that doesn't really translate well from book to screen.
How do you put that on out there?
I know. You just see him just...
I'm not gonna leave you. Nobody's gonna find you in here.
They already found me.
We'll figure something out.
They better not be that guy again. Oh.
Soup. I'll do it.
Miso soup.
You fed me once.
I should have gone to you. I should have just gone out in the rain. And I watched you going home every day. Every day.
I think PETA has a little bit of a obsession.
Right, weird.
There will be a feast tomorrow at the cornucopia.
You're not going alone.
Yeah, you need it, and you can't walk. You would do it for me.
Oh. Oh no, not the guy we've only seen for 10 minutes at the
I
beginning.
know.
There's no way I'm letting you go.
Ugh.
Stay.
Isn't pita a type of bread?
Yes, but it's always gonna remind me of the little girl in Man on Fire.
Her name was Pita?
PETA.
Oh. She's going anyway. Yeah, this would be a pretty boring movie if I stayed. It's like a Tesla plane.
Oh!
Why don't you snag them all? Is there a rule that they can't take more than their own?
Well, she's already not really following the rules. Come on, Katniss.
Where's Loverboy? No, it's too bad that you couldn't help your little friend. Rue. Well, we killed her. We're gonna kill you.
Wait,
you kill her? Archie!
Oh.
Name.
Must be in the same district.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, how did... Okay, whatever.
Just this time, 12. For Rue.
Maybe y'all should team up. Okay, see it.
The girl from 2, she threw a knife. I'm okay.
I wonder if they're feeling up enough to do the dirty.
Wow.
He seems to be feeling
I mean,
better.
they haven't bathed or anything. They probably, honestly, being in that river earlier, probably got some sort of flesh-eating bacteria.
You only live once.
Yeah, they smell like ruminating asparagus in there. And
Asparagus.
and you know those tracksuits really seal in the flavor.
Well, they're wearing the same underwear.
Yeah, I mean, you're making my points for me.
So much better.
I want to know what's in this medicine.
I know.
I can hardly feel anything.
Not likely, guys. I saw that wound. It was gaping open.
You could go home. Are you okay?
I heard the cannon. That's Nightlock, PETA. You'll be dead in a minute.
I never even knew she was following me.
She's clever.
I'm not that clever.
Maybe Kato likes berries too.
You know, they're really not taking out a lot of people on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they're also, like, not naturally murderers, I suppose.
Aww. Oh.
It's like that show you like, Naked and Afraid. There's like always a cat nearby.
I love Naked and Afraid.
What happens if they all die? Oh man. Whoa.
Oh. Oh my
gosh.
god.
Is that a dog?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay, PETA. Any minute now.
Shoot. And we both go down and you win. Dead anyway. I always was, right? I can still do this. Pride to my district.
Oh, nice.
We did it, PETA.
There's been a slight rule change.
You have got to be kidding.
2 victors from
Oh,
the
no.
same district has been revoked.
What? No takesy backsies. Like, that's not okay.
One of us should go home.
No, trust me. Trust me.
Stop! Stop! May I present the winners
Come on, guys.
of the 74th Annual Hunger Games.
All right.
I'm sorry it didn't go the way they planned. You know, I'm not very happy with them either.
Katniss.
Stanley.
You say you couldn't help yourself. You were so in love with this boy.
I felt like the happiest person in the world. I couldn't imagine life without him.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a lovely pin.
Thank you. It's from my district.
They must be very proud of you.
All right, just finished watching The Hunger Games. This was a really fun movie. I like this one a whole lot, and honestly, I feel like just as a story on its own, it would have been a really, really great thing to just end it here as a single one-off story. But I know sometimes when you have like a really good original story like this, it can sometimes be unwound by follow-ups and sequels after that because it becomes kind of something else. This one by itself I think was really, really great. There were some like really campy moments like with the PETA face painting in the side of the rock or whatever. It just doesn't translate well from book to movie. I think that's a pretty good example of that not working. A few times where I thought that Katniss would have had the upper hand over some others. And I just kind of write it off as her not being a killer, and so she's not really taking all the opportunities she could have. Some things I wasn't quite sure of why they worked a certain way, like the wasp thing. They had a segue to talk about these genetically engineered wasps. She gets bit a couple times. We clearly see the people who are down there getting bit. PETA, I would imagine, would have been included in that too, but I guess he was just spared. So I don't know why the people from District 1 and 2 wouldn't have been more affected. I know that one girl died, but she got stung and she was out for days. Just a couple of little nitpicky things like that. And I'm looking forward to watching the sequels myself, or watching them again at least. Jen, what did you think of The Hunger Games?
I love how extreme and somewhat disturbing the plot is. The children are basically paying the price for a one-time, I guess, mistake. However, I do think that this story itself is like really unique. It did remind me of Survivor on like the extreme end. It's really so much fun to explore, even though the premise is pretty simple at the end of the day. They're just dropping these kids in the middle of nowhere and seeing what happens, who kills who, how do they kill them? Whoever's running this, the government, the Capitol, I really thought from the beginning it was going to be a situation where it was hands off. We're gonna see what happens, we're not gonna intervene. It felt like a touch of the Truman Show, where here and there, they're making things happen. I really liked Jennifer Lawrence in this film. I thought that she was great. And Jennifer Lawrence is not somebody that I feel like in general I'm a fan of. So it was nice to kind of see her in a different light as far as acting ability. My biggest complaint with this was them having two victors. I thought was a really nice twist. Great, on board with that. And then them revoking that, and their way out of it was, okay, well, we're just gonna threaten to kill ourselves, essentially not having a victor at all. And then them kind of, the Capitol caving to that really just did not, it was kind of a letdown. Also, did not realize that this movie was going to have as much romance. I didn't even know that she had feelings for Miley Cyrus's ex-husband.
Or Liam.
Liam, yeah, I didn't know that because in the beginning of the movie, I didn't get romance vibes. I get that they had a friendship and they were close. That's all we saw as far as them together. I did not catch that until the end where Peta, who I felt like they did a good job at making it seem like she had feelings for him, she really likes him, there's a romance there, but then they threw me off with her looking at Liam and basically implying, well, I'm stuck with this guy and I can't be with like my true love. That's what I gathered from that. I could be way off. This is pretty high up there. I think I'm gonna give it a 9 because I feel like at its core, the plot is just really fascinating and kind of seeing how each of these characters respond. All in all, there's so many layers to the storyline and I absolutely love that. And so I'm gonna go with a 9.
For me, I think I'm gonna go with an 8. I think that there were some things, we kind of already mentioned a few of them, that just like structurally weren't all that great. I think the cinematography in this was particularly sloppy, actually. I don't knock shaky cam, I think that it can be used appropriately, but throughout the entire movie, this isn't like, I wouldn't consider this to be like a beautiful looking movie. You mentioned the CGI looking a little bit off, it was, and sometimes it was distracting. You know, a lot of the Capitol scenes and the fire looked a little weird, and her little, that just didn't look very good. The romance angle you brought up, we had no relationship to Liam Hemsworth's character at all. If anything, they teased that they were a little flirty at the beginning, but that's ultimately all that we got. And so yeah, there was like, she's like looking out at him and there's really no deep connection there. It might've been more in the book. That was something that, as you pointed out, was just not necessary. I think they like the love triangle things because this is geared towards like teenagers, and they're really into that kind of thing. From a plot device and the way that it was presented in the movie wasn't necessary. They could have had the entire movie with Peta and her having their little tiff or this awkward encounter with the bread and the pigs, and everything, literally everything remaining the same. With her like hesitancy to even be with him would have all still made sense because she still has her sister, and she does end up like at least liking him or having an emotional connection with him. Is it this deep love that the Capitol is like trying to push and frame? Maybe, maybe not. Like, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the Liam Hemsworth stuff was totally unnecessary in the context of the movie. And I know that when you're going from book to movie, you couldn't leave something like that out. So they either needed to flesh it out more or give us some flashback or something to make us feel like, hey, we'd actually like him to be with Liam. But for us, it's just like, this is obvious that there's nothing more there. So an 8 for me.
At the beginning of the movie, they kind of revealed like that the sponsors can assist them or give them an advantage or whatever that wordage was. They only showed their mentor sending them stuff, and it was only to Katniss. I would have appreciated that even if they had shown the other contestants, showing them getting an advantage or something from their sponsor or something like that. That was a missed opportunity, I feel like, in this movie, and it's actually, I think, my number 1 complaint, because I was really excited to find out like, oh boy, what are they gonna give?
I agree with that entirely. It's just kind of like the Liam thing, because they had set up this whole precedent at the beginning, like at how important it is, Katniss, that the people like you, that whole thing with the apple and the pig, all of that was structured around you need sponsors, and the only sponsors we see are from the mentor, and we don't see anyone else getting them. So I imagine that that plays more in the book. I'm guessing that other contestants probably got like little advantages like Survivor. It sounds like we're crapping on the movie. It really is a good movie, and these are just kind of our, for me, structural issues I had with just the plot and the way things were presented that I think that they could have just done better. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe. You'll be notified when we do Hunger Games Catching Fire. Also check out Patreon. You can watch select videos early and ad-free until they're posted, and you can watch the full-length reaction of the Hunger Games with me and Jen over there. You'll just need your own access to the Hunger Games to sync up with us. But for now, that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video, everyone. Take care.